Coventry United, we welcome you to live coverage of Coventry United versus AFC Hinkley. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the first weekend edition of Hillz FM Matchday. That's right, Saturdays were made for football, and finally we are going to get our first weekend game under our belts. We've had 3 midweek fixtures. We had a couple of cancellations as well since January. But here we are at Sphinx Drive, a very sanded Sphinx Drive, I should say. The match is going ahead, but the touchline and the centre circle are heavily sanded due to a large amount of standing water on the pitch. But we've got a game today, and we're going to be broadcasting the game live via YouTube here on Hillz FM Matchday. Of course, we welcome you to the show, and ask if you have anything to say on today's broadcast, then please do follow us on Twitter at MatchdayHills. That's MatchdayHills. Remember, Hills with a Z. And we are 14 minutes away from kickoff. And as I say, it's the first ever weekend edition of Hillz FM Matchday. We've had 3 previous fixtures against Aviston in the Birmingham Floodlit Cup. We had the 10-0 thrashing of Coventry Copsewood, which didn't go down too well with the away side, let's just say that. And also we had the 3-1 victory on Tuesday night at Racing Club Warwick. And I'm still astounded that that game went ahead, to be honest with you. But here we are at Sphinx Drive for the first ever Saturday version of Hillz FM Matchday. And we're going to kick things off, as we always do, with the starting lineup for both sides, starting with Coventry United. In goal, number 1, David Allen. Number 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Richie Blythe. 5, Martin Hutchcox. 6, Callum Burgess. 7, Josh O'Grady. Number 8, Thomas Glasgow. Number 9, Ross Briscoe. 10, Matt Brown. And number 11, the United skipper, is Chris Cox. On the bench for Coventry United, number 12, Jamie Coleman. 13, Wendell Moyo. 14, Brian and Love. 15, Muzzy Nduna. And a new signing, number 16, Robert Prinzel, who returns to the club after signing on deadline day. And over to our visitors now, Hinkley AFC, starting in goal. Number 1, Tom Cross. 2, Mitchell Tomlinson. 3, Lee Thomas. 4, Alex Penny. 5, Greg Pearson. 6, Lee Butler. 7, Sean Williams. 8, Darius Darkin. 9, Sam Agar. 10, the skipper, Ryan Seal. And number 11, a rather exotic name, Javier Roberts. And on the bench for Hinkley AFC, number 12, Alex Morris. 13, Marco Adagio. 14, Tom Bates. 15, Marcus Sarson. And 16, Luke Richards. So those are the starting lineup for Coventry United and Hinkley AFC. Let's go through some of the fixtures that we have got lined up in Midland League Division 1. It is a big weekend in the league today. Of course, a very tight Midland League Division 1 table, with Coventry United leading the way by 4 points with a game in hand over second place Bromsgrove Sporting, who host Nuneaton Griff at the Victoria Ground today. Nuneaton Griff in 5th place at the moment, with still very realistic hopes of getting up. And Leicester Road, who are in third place at current standing, they host 4th place Lichfield. Well, it's here at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United host 8th place Hinkley AFC, who currently have 36 points. Overall, Hinkley have won 11, drawn 3 and lost 6, whereas United have won 19. They haven't had a single draw all season in the league, and they did lose once early on in the season, so a very impressive record for our league leaders today. The other matches in Midland League Division 1 are as follows. Bolhall Swifts host Pershore Town at Reen Road. Bromsgrove Sporting against the Nuneaton Griff at the Victoria Ground. Coventry Copsewood against Pilkington XXX. Don't ask me why they're called that. That's at the Pavilion. Of course, Coventry United against Hinkley AFC at Sphinx Drive. Heath Hayes host Heather St John's at the Colliery Ground. Leicester Road versus Lichfield City at the Leicester Road Stadium. And Southam United versus Cadbury Athletic at Banbury Road. Those are all 3 o'clock kickoffs. So 7 games for you here today in Midland League Division 1, as we are 10 minutes away from kick-off. And also, Hillz FM welcomes a brand new photographer to Hillz FM Matchday today. Esme Popjoy is making her debut with the camera. She's going to be around the ground today, so if you do see her, she's the girl with the very bright hair, let's just say that. Pop over and say hello. She's a nice girl, so do introduce yourself. We've got a lot of fans from Hinkley coming in today. We're hearing that there's a coach load of up to 50 people, as well as quite a few people driving over from Hinkley to Sphinx Drive. So, of course, massive shout out to the Hinkley fans who have made the trip down the M42 to Coventry, and of course the home fans as well. We hope you enjoy the broadcast, and as usual you can get in touch with us via Twitter at MatchdayHills for anything to do with today's game, as the substitutes come out onto the pitch heading towards the dugout. Of course, last time United were at home, it certainly was as cold as this. It's a very cold Saturday afternoon, and it does look like it could rain. And last time we were at home, it was obviously a 10-0 victory at home to Coventry Copsewood. Could we be in front of a goal fest today? I'm not too certain about that, but fingers crossed for a United victory. And the January Player of the Month was announced just before the game, just before we came on air, and I can reveal that the January Coventry United Player of the Month is actually Callum Burgess, the United centre-back. So Callum Burgess is the January 2016 Coventry United Player of the Month. They also announced the December Player of the Month, but unfortunately the microphone cut out and they couldn't quite hear him. So, but we only had about 2 or 3 games in December anyway. So, of course, whoever won it, congratulations to them. As we are closing in on kick-off time. Hearing that Matt Brown won the Player of the Month for December. Let's just say his football skills are a lot better than his driving skills. He was driving the Coventry United team coach on Tuesday night. Let's just say, with our manager Edwin being a driving instructor, Matt failed his test 5 times that night. I think he thought he was playing Kirby. But, of course, congratulations to Matt Brown and Callum Burgess for winning the December and January Player of the Month awards, respectively. As Sphinx Drive starts to fill up. And we've just got a full-time score to bring you from the Stadium of Light. A surprising one, Sunderland 2, Manchester United 1. A David De Gea own goal in the 82nd minute giving Sunderland a surprise win over Manchester United. So a big victory there for Sunderland in their quest to avoid the drop. And of course, Premier League scores coming in thick and fast during the show. As always, the match is set to kick off at 3 o'clock. The Vitality Stadium, Crystal Palace host Watford in a hotly anticipated mid-table clash. Everton versus West Brom at Goodison Park. Norwich take on West Ham. Now, West Ham have not won at Carrow Road for many, many years, so it's going to be a tough task for West Ham. And the final 3 o'clock kickoff is Swansea City versus Southampton, 2 form teams in the Premier League going up against each other. So those are the Premier League fixtures. You're tuned into Hillz FM Matchday live on YouTube. Remember to search Hillz FM Matchday in your YouTube search bar during the game. As kickoff approaches at Sphinx Drive, we're coming out any minute now, and the Willie Nibbs Memorial Stand is packed. Fair few fans making the trip to Sphinx Drive despite it being an absolutely freezing day in Coventry. So I hope you've all brought your winter woolies. I can see plenty of Coventry United hats out there, and a few Hinkley scarves as well. So the players are making their way out of the dressing room. And unsurprisingly, they're all wearing their jackets. As we prepare for kick-off at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United versus Hinkley AFC. United looking to extend their advantage. This really is a chance for them to pull away, with Bromsgrove Sporting at home to 5th place Nuneaton Griff, and Leicester Road hosting Lichfield City. So 4 of the top 5 are playing each other today in Midland League Division 1, and Coventry United hosting 8th place Hinkley AFC. It's fair to say it is absolutely freezing at Sphinx Drive, and unfortunately I'm working the laptop, so I can't even wear gloves today. As the United manager Edwin Greaves makes his way onto the pitch ahead of this hotly anticipated encounter, the first ever weekend edition of Hillz FM Matchday. Now please do note that we are going to be taking a break at half-time. So after we go through the half-time scores, we will be closing the first live event on YouTube, and the second live event will open around 5 minutes before half-time. So you will have to open a new live event to hear the second half here at Sphinx Drive. And seeing as this is the first Saturday edition of the show, there will be an extended finish here on Hillz FM Matchday. We'll be going through some of the weekend's results and also the Six Nations on today as well. So as many results that we can bring you, we'll do our best. So we can promise we can do our best. And we'll be keeping a very close eye on the two games between 4 of the top 5 with Leicester Road and Lichfield, and of course Bromsgrove and Nuneaton. And of course we'll be going through another roundup of the starting lineups for both sides as they are about to embark onto the turf, slightly wet turf. Of course the groundsman doing a fantastic job as always to get the game on. The pitch is heavily sanded, you have to admit, especially along the touchline, and in the centre circle there are 2 large patches of sand in the centre circle. Fingers crossed it won't have an effect on the game. And the players are making their way out onto the field at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United in their red and green kits, with Hinkley AFC in their purple and white away strip. A big game here at Sphinx Drive this afternoon in Midland League Division 1, live on Hillz FM Matchday via YouTube. Remember to search Hillz FM Matchday in your YouTube search bar every weekend, and probably every Tuesday night now as well, with the amount of games we've got to get through until the end of the season. Into the start now for Coventry United. In goal, number 1, David Allen. Number 2, Pierre Moodham. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Richie Blythe. 5, Martin Hutchcox. 6, Callum Burgess. 7, Josh O'Grady. 8, Thomas Glasgow. 9, Ross Briscoe. 10, Matty Brown. And number 11, the skipper, Chris Cox. So just the one change for United, with David Allen replacing Rich Morris in goal. Substitutes for Coventry United: number 12, Jamie Coleman. 13, Wendell Moyo. 14, Brian and Love. 15, Muzzy Unduna. 16, Robert Prinzel. And on the bench for Hinkley AFC, number 1, Tom Cross. 2, Mitchell Tomlinson. 3, Lee Thomas. 4, Alex Penny. 5, Greg Pearson. 6, Lee Butler. 7, Sean Williams. 8, Darius Darkin. 9, Sam Agar. 10, Ryan Seal, who is the Hinkley skipper for the afternoon. And number 11, Javier Roberts. The bench for Hinkley AFC is number 12, Alex Morris. 13, Marco Adagio. 14, Tom Bates. 15, Marcus Sarson. 16, Luke Richards. So now you're all up to date with the starting lineups. We are just about set to go as the referee and the captains embark to the centre circle for the coin toss and the handshake before the game. Coventry United looking to get back to winning ways on the weekends, that is. As the lads take their positions on a freezing cold pitch at Sphinx Drive. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Hinkley AFC. As Hinkley have been given the right to start the game, they'll be kicking from right to left. Coventry, are you ready? Hinkley, are you ready? The match at Sphinx Drive starts now. We are underway. Well, we were anyway until Hinkley, and there we are. One of the Hinkley players ran across the touchline too quickly, but we are underway at Sphinx Drive. That's a good start, isn't it? As Hinkley have possession in the midfield with Darkin. It's been won back by O'Grady. Plays it back to Hutchcox. Under pressure from Agar, manages to clear it. Back upfield by Penny. A long ball forward. Matt Brown looking to get on the end of that one. Cleared by the Hinkley defender Greg Pearson for a throw into Coventry United halfway into the attacking half. Thrown at field by Valance. Matt Brown. Crossing opportunity here with Valance. He's got a gradient in the centre. Valance keeps going. Low cross. Cut out well by Penny and cleared back upfield as Agar picks up the ball for Hinkley. United have the ball back with Valance. Boots it upfield for a throw-in. United showing their attacking intent early on. As safety, just a one change for Coventry United. The Racing Club Warwick match saw the first unchanged lineup of the season for United, but the loss of Rich Morris, who's unavailable for today, means that David Allen replaces him in goal. A chance for the goalkeeper to prove himself as Hinkley have possession of the ball on the left-hand side. Lee Thomas looking to work himself into a crossing position. Whips the ball in. Should be an easy catch. Oh, and the ball was dropped by Allen under pressure from Agar, but the United keeper has the ball in his grasp in a like a new goalkeeper shirt of grey and pink. And of course, there was a rather bizarre situation at Racing Club Warwick on Tuesday night where both goalkeepers were wearing pink shirts. And that was after Rich Morris was wearing a yellow shirt. And unfortunately for him, Racing Club Warwick were also wearing yellow shirts. So he had to change his shirt colour twice, and it still wasn't good enough. Booted upfield from Allen from the halfway line after a free kick given. Goes straight to Tom Cross in the opposite goal for Hinkley. Booted upfield towards Agar. Gets his head on it. Only goes as far as Blythe. United come away with the ball despite, well, it has been given as a foul now. Look like a push in the back on Thomas Glasgow. So United, despite having the ball, have been given the free kick, and O'Grady's screaming for it on this right-hand side. It's just outside the centre circle in United's half. Agar tries to make a nuisance of himself, but the free kick is taken. And here's Burgess. Boots it forward, looking for O'Grady. He manages to get his foot to it, and it's held at the ball enough for Matt Brown to get across and force the Hinkley defender to boot it out for a throw-in. Lee Thomas under pressure there from Matt Brown. And Moodim is going to be taking the throw-in. Blythe plays it back to Moodim, tricks his way past the defender, still going Pierre Moodim. Low cross, looking for O'Grady, blocked by the defender. United, good challenge. Fantastic challenge there from Martin Hutchcox. And it's gone off a Hinkley man for another United throw-in, which Moodim will take. He's got Blythe in support. And here's Cox. Forced into the corner. Moodim tries a cross, comes off the face of Hinkley's Sean Williams. I think it was Javier Roberts, actually, like a number 7 from where I was. Moodim again looking to get past. Tries to put in the cross. It's kept in by the Hinkley man, and it's eventually cleared. Headed forward by Burgess. Back only to the Hinkley defence. And the Hinkley fans certainly loud and proud today, making the short trip down the M42. Agar down the right-hand side for Hinkley. Crossing opportunity, goes into the centre, squares it! And Roberts was just behind the ball. That would have been a fantastic opportunity for Hinkley AFC if he could just reach the ball, but luckily for David Allen in the Coventry United goal, nil point, and it remains 0-0. And the Hinkley fans letting us know that they're here. One of the louder away supports that we've had all season. Allen takes the goal kick. Very even game so far. 5 minutes in here at Sphinx Drive. O'Grady, that's a rather forceful challenge there from Lee Thomas, but no foul given. It's a throw into Hinkley, and they've taken it quickly, but United win it back. Cox plays a long ball forward, looking for Briscoe, and the defender's going to be careful here. Matt Brown gets a touch on the ball, and O'Grady going for it now. Good slide challenge again from Thomas, but here's Cox in the centre. Bit of skill there from Cox to win the ball back. Briscoe now, just in front of the penalty area, trying to put it through for Brown. It's been blocked again, and Cox puts it in for O'Grady. In front of goal, last-ditch challenge from Greg Pearson. And he slipped as he's tried to clear the ball, and it is a throw-in. Coventry United really going for it now at Sphinx Drive. And it's played forward again. The through ball in the area is cleared again by Pearson. Coventry United catching their visitors off guard. Hinkley just trying to clear the ball, but Cox, O'Grady, Brown, they were all in there just blocking every single clearance. And we're trying to find another ball here. And they don't come cheap, they're £7 each. Unfortunately, this isn't the Premier League, we don't have any limited balls here. And there's a ball. Yeah, we have got one eventually. And the throw-in will be taken eventually, I'm reliably told. With Pierre Moudin waiting patiently to take it. O'Grady, back to Moudin, on the touchline, back to O'Grady, couldn't quite reach the ball, but still has it. O'Grady, and another throw-in, trying to trick his way past Javier Roberts, but it's well blocked by the Hinkley winger, who's been doubling up as a left-back recently. Throw taken to Blythe, puts it in the area, simple clearance. And a foul on Callum Burgess from Agar. No yellow card needed. Simple free kick around the halfway line for Coventry United. United fans not happy with that one. As United look for an opening. Free kick taken short to Moudin. He's got O'Grady down line on the right side. Tries to put it through. O'Grady picks up the ball. Gets away from his marker. Still O'Grady. Forced down. Still going. He's brought down and the ball was cleared eventually. And Cox picks up the ball in the centre. And the ball's booted forward by the United defender. O'Grady in a battle against Lee Thomas to try and pick up the ball. Thomas plays it back to his goalkeeper, and it's booted out for a throw-in by Tom Cross. Good start from Coventry United, showing their intent early on in the first 10 minutes. Moudin's got O'Grady and Brown in support. Finds Brown, who slips whilst trying to chest the ball. Didn't go out, but there is a foul against Matt Brown for a little dig in the back of Javier Roberts. And Hinkley can rest again. They've certainly been challenged defensively at the start of this first half. And Cross to take this free kick, puts it upfield, looking for Agar. And it's headed away by Cox towards O'Grady. O'Grady. And the pass from Blythe wasn't quite in the right direction. But United have the ball back. And once again, the Hinkley defence are up to it and put the ball back forward. And a throw into Coventry United with Javier Roberts seeming to shepherd the ball out. Looked like he took a touch of him. And it's put forward again with Matt Brown. And a little bit of a clash there between Lee Butler and Matt Brown. And Brown seems to have a little bit of a head injury here. The boot of Lee Butler seems to connect with Matt Brown's head. And the trainer has been called over. As Matt Brown does not seem to be comfortable here. He's on the ground holding his head. And of course, let's hope that this isn't anything serious. United do need players like Matt Brown who head into the business end of the season. And Muzzy and Duna and I believe it's Wendell Moyo preparing in case Brown can't can't continue. So warming up down the touchline. Score at Sphinx Drive remains Coventry United 0, Hinkley AFC 0. And Brown has got a nice pack on his head at the moment. And of course, the referee has to decide whether Brown is fit to continue. And he's on his feet. He looks slightly groggy, but fingers crossed he should be okay. And Matt Brown makes his way off the pitch. No sign of a substitute just yet. It might just be a case of having a quick breather and then returning to the pitch. But of course, it's better to be safe than sorry, especially with head injuries. There's no sign of blood anyways. We get the game back underway. And it does look like Matt Brown will be able to continue. As Hinkley have the ball on the right-hand side with Mitchell Tomlinson. Played forward by Alex Penny. And offside against Ryan Siegel, the Hinkley captain. As David Allen, the usual substitute goalkeeper, takes the goal kick. Of course, Rich Morris unavailable today, and the only change to a very successful Coventry United side. A free kick for a little push in the back from Tommy Glasgow. Now, both teams really could do with the points. United looking to retain or maybe even extend their 4-point gap at the top of the table over Bromsgrove Sporting. Of course, we'll give you score updates on those matches as and when we get them. As United clear the ball from danger. A couple of one score update to give you. Stoke have scored at Bournemouth. That is Bournemouth 0, Stoke City 1. And the goal coming from the new signing Mbula, brought in for around £18 million from Porto. And of course the midday kick-off between Sunderland and Manchester United. Sunderland winning by 2-1, with a David De Gea own goal deciding the match. So 3 very big points for Sunderland. Briscoe picks up the ball. It's moved in. Under challenge there from Williams. And Hinkley have the ball back. Oh, and a little bit of a shove there from Moodin, but it's gone out for a throw into Coventry United. A little bit of a hustle and bustle there between Javier Roberts and Pierre Moodin. Briscoe tries to get his head to a long ball, doesn't quite get there. And here's Williams on the right-hand side. Tricks his way past Valance. And here's Seal. Puts the cross in, and Agar's nowhere near that one. A simple gather for David Allen. And I can confirm that Matt Brown is back on the field. So good news for Coventry United. Matt Brown is able to continue, and he's back on the field of play. Chris Cox with the ball in the centre of the pitch. Puts it forward, looking for Briscoe. Nodded on by Briscoe, but he's got a little bit of a push in the back by Tomlinson. No foul given, as Hinkley looked to make a stride up forward. Here's Agar, and he was caught off guard there by Valance in the centre of the pitch. Long ball forward, but unfortunately for United, Ross Briscoe was caught offside. Did look like the correct decision from here, certainly. Good officiating there from the linesman. As Hinkley looked to break forward with Lee Thomas. Long ball, headed out by Pierre Moodin. He was looking for a ball down line to Javier Roberts, but well cut out by Pierre Moodin, who so far has been heavily involved in the action at right back. Agar under challenge. He puts the ball through for Thomas. He's into the area now, crosses it. Still an opportunity here, and Javier Roberts with a shot as he slipped backwards under a challenge from Martin Hutchcox. Dangerous times for Coventry United. Could have easily been 1-0. But the score remains 0-0 at Sphinx Drive, as United are on the attack themselves with Ross Briscoe marching into the opponent's half. Blythe over to O'Grady on the right-hand side, trying to get past Thomas. He's got 2 men over of him now. O'Grady manages to get past both of them with a nice little bit of trickery. Puts the cross in, looking for Blythe. Not the best of crosses, but the clearance will come back out to O'Grady. Swings it in with his left foot, headed out. And Cox picks it up again. Puts it into the air with O'Grady. cleared, but once again, it's only as far as Blythe on this right-hand side, just level with the box. Cox, first touch wasn't fantastic, and Darkin was able to pick it up. United looked to regroup with Burgess. Long ball forward, looking for Brown, caught well by Tom Cross. Good passage of play from Coventry United as we reach 15 minutes at Sphinx Drive. Score remains 0-0. The only other goal in the Premier League to bring you... we haven't got a goal at Goodison Park. West Brom lead Everton by 1-0. Jonas Olsen getting the goal. And Watford have a penalty at Crystal Palace. Let's try and get some scores from the other games in Midland League Division 1. Unfortunately, it can be quite hard to find. It's a throw in to the away side Hinkley. And Cankervin score at Lichfield City, and Leicester Road is still 0-0. Trying to get a score from the Bromsgrove game. As it appears that it is indeed a corner to Hinkley AFC. The attempted cross blocked by Valance. And it is going to be whipped in by Thomas. Puts it in towards the head of Agar. Crossing opportunity again with Sean Williams. Williams has a go and didn't quite reach the head of Hinkley's Alex Penny. And it's going to be a throw-in with United taking it. But Hinkley have won it back with Williams now. May have a go from long range. He does, and it wasn't too far away. Not a bad attempt by any means. I believe the score between Bromsgrove and the Nuneaton Griff remains at 0-0. So in the two big games today at the top of Midland League Division 1, no goals. And of course, we'll keep you up to date with the scores as much as we can. And David Allen boots the ball forward as United pick it up in the centre. Cox tries a lofted ball over towards Brown, headed away. Glasgow tries to find Brown again and cut out again by Williams, who's proven himself to be a thorn in United's side. Williams looking for a ball towards Javier Roberts, but far too much oomph put behind that pass. Throw into Coventry United. It was certainly a good idea, but the execution just wasn't there. Score remains 0-0. United pick up the ball, and I know Grady trying to flick the ball through for Briscoe, but didn't quite pick it up. But here comes Matt Brown trying to get in with a challenge, and Penny picks the ball up in the centre. Tomlinson over to Williams. Through ball looking for Darkin and finds him. Darkin trying to work his way past Chris Cox. There's a good challenge there from Hutch Cox. And it's another corner to Hinkley with the attempted cross blocked by Valance. And Lee Butler goes across to take the goal, corner kick, I should say. With 5 men of Hinkley in the box, well 6 now. As Seal makes his way into the area, corner taken, headed out by Cox. And Moodin thumps it clear, and Matt Brown is in a perfect position, flicks it on. Can he keep it in? It's on the right-hand side now. He's got O'Grady in the centre, finds Josh O'Grady, just a little bit too far. Keeper's come out. Josh O'Grady, can he beat the goalkeeper? Still O'Grady, rounds him, shot straight at the goalkeeper. Fantastic opportunity for Coventry United there. Well worked by Matt Brown. Lovely lofted pass to O'Grady in the area, but the tricky winger just couldn't quite find his way past the goalkeeper. And Hinkley on the attack now, with Javier Roberts trying to find his way past his arch-rival Pierre Moodin. and Moodham eventually gets the better of him. Cleared towards Darkin in the centre circle. Onto the right-hand side now, looking for Seal. And Seal has the ball. Whips it in with his left foot. Headed away again by Moodham. But it's come back again, and it's Seal. Gets past the defender. Seal! Good save with the legs of David Allen. Brilliant game so far. Despite there being no goals, plenty of attacking intent from both sides. Hinkley have a throw-in by the corner flag. And here is Seal. Tries to play it back to Williams, and it's come off, I believe it's come off the lance. And it will be another throw-in for Hinkley, and they've slowed the tempo right down here. Not trying to take a quick one unlike the last time. And it's played to Williams. Decent crossing opportunity. He can get away from Briscoe. It's back to Seal. Couldn't work his way past Briscoe. He comes away with the ball. And the lofted ball towards O'Grady was not fantastic. Neither was the clearance from Pearson. And Hinkley trying to work their way out of danger here. With United, with quite a few players surrounding them, but they are getting away now. And lovely through ball put forward with Seal. And it's a goal. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. The captain, Ryan Seal, puts Hinkley AFC 1-0 up. Out of nothing, a long ball towards Seal. Controlled it well, worked his way past the defender, one-on-one with David Allen, and slots it past the left side of the goalkeeper. First goal at Sphinx Drive, and it's in the home net. Coventry United 0, Hinkley AFC 1. And the goal coming from the skipper, Ryan Seal. And Coventry United have got to pull their finger out here. They cannot afford to lose this game. This is a real chance to gain some points on their rivals, with 4 of the top 5 playing each other today. Litchfield and Leicester Road playing still 0-0 there. And Bromsgrove Sporting also in action. And they are hosting Nuneaton Griff. And a bit of a change of boots for Hinkley's Javier Roberts, as O'Grady tries a cheeky little lob over the goalkeeper Tom Cross straight from the kickoff. Rather wayward shot though. And Javier Roberts is changing his yellow boots for some pink ones. And of course Roberts and Williams causing some big problems for Coventry United this afternoon, but in fact it was a long ball to Ryan Seal that gave the skipper the chance that he needed to give Hinkley the lead at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United 0, Hinkley AFC 1. Of course, United only lost once all season in the league. Can they come back from this? With Moodham. And now O'Grady. Lovely flick on for Moodham. On the right-hand side, works his way into the area. Moodham. He's eventually caught by the Hinkley centre-back, Greg Pearson. It was outside the area, and it is going to be a free kick on the right-hand side of the box. And with Josh O'Grady's set-piece skills, you have to admit this is a dangerous situation for Hinkley, who are now back to full strength, with Javier Roberts having undergone his shoe switch. He's back on the field as Coventry United look to get back into the game. Everyone but Seal and Agar back for Hinkley, a 3-man wall. And Josh O'Grady with that left boot of his, trying to put United back on terms. It's on the right-hand side of the area, so chances are it will be a cross rather than a shot, although Cross has left his near post open. He is looking towards the goal. He may have a cheeky attempt here. It is O'Grady, it is towards the goal. Simple clearance for Javier Roberts, not what was needed, especially in this situation. Not the best of free kicks from a very reliant player usually, but it's played back up forward, and O'Grady has the ball again, getting away from the challenge of Lee Thomas, and he's brought down from behind, and it's another free kick, this time a little further away from the box, but it is around the same position. Lee Thomas with a challenge from behind on Josh O'Grady, who always seems to draw out fouls for opposing players. 25 minutes in at Sphinx Drive, the score remains Coventry United 0, Hinkley AFC 1, with Josh O'Grady a great chance for a free kick. O'Grady way to swing one in. And sure, he's got the cross this one. The last attempt was not fantastic. Can he improve with this one? Referee blows the whistle. Swung in by O'Grady towards the far post. Caught well by Tom Cross. And here come Hinkley on the counter-attack with Sean Williams racing down the right-hand side. He's got Agar in support. Finds Agar. And it's gone out for a throw-in off Agar under a challenge from Valance. And United have a throw-in in their own half. United with a couple of attacking options on the bench in Brian Love and Muzzy and Duna, as well as the new signing Robert Prinzel, as Hinkley pick up the ball after a wasted clearance from United. And here's Thomas trying to get away from Moodim. He has got Roberts in support, and that's a good challenge in the end from Moodim, who has been worked to the bone in this match. Hinkley with the throw-in to be taken by, I believe it's Lee Thomas, the left-back. And it looks like he's going to go for the long throw, Aaron Gunnarsson style. Still waiting for the throw to be taken. And it is hoofed into the area, headed straight out again. Grady should play this one out of danger. Let's go for a couple of scores from the Premier League. And scores at the moment: Bournemouth 0, Stoke 1, Crystal Palace 0, Watford 1, Everton 0, West Brom 1, Norwich 0, West Ham 0, Swansea 0, Southampton 0. And of course the late kick-off today is Newcastle travelling to Chelsea. A match at Stamford Bridge. That's a lovely lofted ball, and Briscoe picks up the ball, and he's brought down in the penalty area. Referee says no. Briscoe forced down by the Hinkley man for a lovely lofted ball in the penalty area, and Greg Pearson, in my opinion, has gone away with that one. As David Allen's got to do something here, as Javier Roberts was racing down towards him. He's managed to pick the ball up, but that looked like a penalty to me. Briscoe forced down in the area. Referee didn't want to know. But it wasn't a dive, otherwise the referee would have booked him. So you have to question why it wasn't given. But an opportunity for Hinkley here. It's crossed in by Sean Williams and cleared at the last minute from Burgess. Puts it over his own goalpost. Nervy times for Coventry United. Instead of going for a second, they're having to worry about conceding a second. Sorry, I mean, rather than getting an equaliser, they're worried about conceding a second. Sorry, again, ahead of myself on that one. The corner is going to be taken by Lee Butler. And Butler ready to swing this one in with his right boot. It's swung in, and it's headed in. It's 2-0. Sam Agar heads home. Disaster for Coventry United. I know it's been disallowed. The goal's been disallowed. It seems as if it was a push from Agar, but no, the referee has disallowed the goal. Agar's header is not counted, and the score remains 1-0 to Hinkley. But that was a warning for Coventry United. It was a good header from close range from Agar, but it seen a little push in the back of a United defender, saved Edwin's men from a 2-goal deficit. United have to pull their finger out now. And the linesman is hesitant to let David Allen take the free kick. It's just 3 times now that he's told him to bring the ball back. As we reach the half-hour mark at Sphinx Drive, very close to being 2. The ball went in the net from Sam Agar, but it was disallowed for it looked like a push to me. As Coventry United try and play the ball away from danger again, but they've given it to Javier Roberts, who plays it back towards Alex Penny. A little bit of hoof ball from Hinkley as Williams tries to pick up the ball after it's a free kick against Williams, and some bit of banter between the 2 sets of fans as United pace forward here. Brown crosses it in, not the best of crosses, but it is going to be a corner to Coventry United. First corner of the day for the hosts. If the cross had a little bit more power on it, it may have reached Briscoe in the centre. As Josh O'Grady is back on set-piece duty for Coventry United with that ever-reliable left boot. Two rather poor free kicks so far today for O'Grady. Can he redeem himself? Corners put in towards Briscoe. It's come to Burgess. Whips it back in. And it's in! It's a goal! And it's Burgess with an incredible goal! He's lifted it over Tom Cross. Coventry United 1. Hinkley AFC 1. Game on at Sphinx Drive. Whoa! Hands up, who's expecting that one? Brilliant finish. The birthday boy, Callum Burgess.
Happy birthday, dear Callum. Happy birthday to you.
Perfect birthday present for Callum Burgess. He receives the January Player of the Month award and scores for Coventry United. Lifts it over Tom Cross. It looked like a cross to me, but he just lifted it over Cross. And two defenders on the line could do nothing about it. And the score at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United 1, AFC Hinkley 1. And a long ball forward towards O'Grady, goes out for a throw-in. Briscoe in there as well. What a game so far, 30 minutes in, and it's 1-1 with plenty of chances for both sides. Of course, we welcome you to Hillz FM Matchday live on YouTube every weekend and pretty much every Tuesday now with the amount of postponements that we've had. It's headed on by Briscoe, and O'Grady has the ball, put through for Briscoe, has a go from long range, and it's wide at the far post. But Coventry United are showing that they want this lead. They want to go out there and they want to get some goals in. And a score update from the Ricoh Arena: Coventry City 3, Bury 0. Coventry City are leading by 3 goals to 0. We'll try and find out who got the goals. An incredible scoreline at the Ricoh Arena on Legends Day, as the Sky Blues remember Jimmy Hill. Of course, the memorial service at the Coventry Cathedral last night. But a brilliant game in the Ricoh Arena. James Maddison scored the third goal, and Bailey Cargill on his home debut for Coventry City getting the second. The first goal was scored by Chris Stokes. So Stokes, Cargill and Maddison scoring for the Sky Blues. Back into Sphinx Drive with Coventry United 1, Hinkley 1. Cross put in by Thomas, straight over. But incredible scoreline coming from the Ricoh Arena. And the goal kick to be taken by David Allen. We'll try and get the score updates from elsewhere as we have this short break. Appears the score between Bromsgrove and Nuneaton remains at 0-0. And Lichfield are in action at home to Leicester Road. And the score is still 0-0 between Lichfield and Leicester Road. So the two big games in Midland League Division 1 remain at 0-0, with the league leaders Coventry United 1-1 between United and Hinkley. First goal coming from the Hinkley skipper, Ryan Seal, one-on-one with David Allen, slotting it home after a brilliant long ball. And the first goal for Coventry United scored by the centre-back Callum Burgess. The birthday boy just lofted it over the goalkeeper after a corner, as Hinkley pick up the ball with Javier Roberts trying to get past Moodim, and he does it brilliantly. Crossing opportunity for the left winger, trips his way past Moodim again. Seal going, and it's put into the centre. It's left by Seal, but now it's Williams on the right-hand side. May have a go here, blocked well by Valance. It is a corner to Hinkley AFC, but really Seal could have had a go himself. Wasted opportunity there for Hinkley. Maybe not with the corner coming up. But it's been a brilliant game so far. Not bad for a fiver. And it's going to be whipped in again by Lee Butler. The right boot swings it in towards the head of Agar again. And it's drifts harmlessly wide Of course, Agar having a goal disallowed from exactly the same situation. A corner ball lofted in, headed in by Agar, but it seemed as if it was given for a push in the back of a United defender. So that was certainly an escape for Coventry United, and they didn't rest on their laurels there. They went and got the equaliser as we are around 10 minutes from half-time. And of course, at half-time we'll be taking a break to switch over the laptop battery, so there will be a new live event on YouTube starting just before the start of the second half. So you will need to tune into that new live event. O'Grady trying to work his way past Thomas, but the trickery of O'Grady doesn't quite cut it here. Bit of a midfield battle with Hinkley retaining the ball. Lee Thomas, but that pass was a very poor one from Roberts as O'Grady looks to stride forward, tries to hold up the play, but Roberts gets in there, wins the ball back. But again, the pass is not a clean one as Brown tries to win the ball back. And a little bit of a cuddle match between Lee Thomas and Matt Brown there. But the ball played down line from Hinkley, looking for Williams. And Williams actually wins it back. Valance didn't deal with it. And Hinkley have the ball. Seal outside of the area. Looks for a long-range effort. It is Seal! And it's straight over the net. Another dangerous circumstance for Coventry United. But once again, no goal. Edwin may have to have a word with a few of their boys. As David Allen prepares to take the goal kick. Filling in for Rich Morrison. One of two changes tonight. Gif Musa also unavailable. The goal kick is headed forward by Roberts, but United pick up the ball in defence again. Ball played forward to Briscoe. O'Grady, lovely lofted ball. Matt Brown couldn't reach it, and it's into the hands of Tom Cross. And Hinkley have the ball again, but it's picked up by Valance. And Allen hastily clears it with Seal. Finding his way towards the goalkeeper. And a good side challenge there from Valance, but it's ended up hitting Brown straight in the face. And Hinkley have the ball again. It's going out for a throw into Hinkley. Taken quickly by Williams. Attempted cross put in, and Seal swung at it. Made a little connection, but didn't get enough contact on the ball to challenge the goalkeeper. And now United play it away with Moodham on the right hand side. Long ball looking for Briscoe. Briscoe held up by the Hinkley defence. Good work by Pearson to win the ball back. And they've got to try and work their way out of danger here with Thomas down the left hand side. And the attempted pass by Roberts cut out by Glasgow. Played forward by Burgess towards O'Grady, and it's headed out by Pearson. United with a decent attacking opportunity here, thrown halfway into the attacking half. And it's going to be taken by Pierre Moodham, who's been fantastic in this first half. He's got options in Briscoe, O'Grady, and Richie Blythe as well. Plays it to O'Grady, plays it straight back to Moodham, back to O'Grady, trying to work his way through the sea of defenders, and he does. And he plays it back to Moodham with a cheeky back heel, crossed by Moodham towards Brown, goes straight through. Brown picks it up again, and he is tripped from behind by Mitchell Tomlinson. I don't think we can call that one a dive, certain free kick. And it's going to be Josh O'Grady with the free kick. Shooting opportunity here just on the outside of the area, around the position that he scored a beauty against Racing Club Warwick on Tuesday night.
Who's got my glove?
And actually Cox and O'Grady both standing over it, but usually this would be O'Grady territory. And Cox has a go straight into the wall, but it's come out to Cox again. Finds O'Grady, brought down the penalty area, and it is a corner, not a penalty. The free kick from Cox went straight into the legs of the wall. It came out to O'Grady, put a lofted ball through to O'Grady. So O'Grady challenged from behind. The ball did go out for a corner, no penalty given. And O'Grady is going to take the corner himself. And it's playing towards the head of Cox. Briscoe gets his head to it, but heads it wide. 5 minutes to go until half-time at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United 1, Hinkley AFC 1. very entertaining first half at Sphinx Drive. We're certainly getting our money's worth here. And a couple of Premier League scores to bring you. Of course, the early kick-off, Manchester United lost at Sunderland by 2-1. Stoke lead at Bournemouth by 1-0. Palace 0, Watford 1, Everton 0, West Brom 1. And there is 0-0 draws between Norwich and West Ham and Swansea and Southampton. With the late fixture tonight, Chelsea versus Newcastle. And the score of the Ricoh Arena, Coventry City 3, Bury 0. As a free kick is given to Hinkley in their attacking half. Is there any better way to spend a Saturday afternoon than watching a good game of football? And Lee Butler is going to loft this one into the box. And it's taken towards the head of Pearson, headed out by Cox. And Valance should deal with this one. He does boot it upfield, and it's going out for a throw into Hinkley halfway into the attacking half. As we enter the last 5 minutes at Sphinx Drive of the first half, and again we will be taking a short break after the half-time whistle to switch the laptop batteries. And the cross is put in by Williams. It's gone off Valance for another corner, excuse me. The corners are certainly wrapping up for Hinkley United with just the 2 corners. I believe Hinkley have had about 5 or 6 now. But Hinkley have certainly brought the game to the league leaders, Coventry United. If anyone thought it was going to be an easy game, they're sadly mistaken. It's been a fantastic counter. Whipped in by Butler. Headed back out by Cox. Here's Darkin for Hinkley. Manages to get the ball to a teammate. It's lofted in again and cleared by Briscoe. But Hinkley had the ball again with Penny working his way past Briscoe. Finds Pearson, but it's just flicked away by Burgess. It's been picked up again by Williams. Crosses in, header away by Burgess again. And United eventually working away from danger with Glasgow. Playing it forward to Matt Brown. Good challenge from Tomlinson to put it out for a Coventry United throw-in. As we work towards the half-time whistle at Sphinx Drive. Score remains Coventry United 1, AFC Hinkley 1. Throw-in taken by Valance towards the head of Matt Brown. Heads it on only as far as Darkin. But United have the ball back again. Lovely ball played forward. And O'Grady has the ball, trying to trick his way past the defender. He does so. O'Grady, shooting opportunity, plays it low. And got across to make the catch. Not a lot of power on the shot. The placement was fantastic, but the pace just wasn't there to take it past cross. And now Roberts with the ball. Roberts and Williams seemingly switching wings. Tomlinson, now Seal. Back to Tomlinson. And Seal with the ball again. Trying the through ball to Agar, but well blocked off by Hutchcox. United can play the ball out of danger again, but it's only as far as Darkin. But United have the ball back again with Blythe. And now it's O'Grady. Trying to get past Thomas. And it looks like he's just got past him as they go into the area. But Thomas is still with him. He needs support. Tries to find Blythe. But eventually Greg Pearson plays the ball out for a throw into Coventry United. Possibly the last chance of the first half. With Blythe ready to take the throw. He drops it for Moodim. And Blythe will instead take up his position in support for Moodim, who finds a teammate in Glasgow. Back to Moodim towards O'Grady. It's back to Moodim again. Trying to get his way past Darkin. Puts in the cross. Oh, and that was very close to going in. I thought it was just eking in for a second cross. Put back in by Brown. Caught by Cross. But the first cross from Moodim, everyone, including the goalkeeper. Long ball was put across. And as Agar tried to run onto it, Allen managed to make the catch for Coventry United. It's back and forth action here at Sphinx Drive. I can't keep up with it. The first incident, Moodim crossed it in. It looked for a second as if it was just curling into the top corner. But it went across. Brown tried to put it back in, but it was caught well by Cross. Cross's long ball evaded everyone and went through for Agar, but he couldn't quite reach the ball in time, and Allen was able to collect the ball as United have the ball once again in the attacking half. Blythe looking for O'Grady, but O'Grady wasn't expecting it, but a failed clearance there from Alex Penny. And United have the ball again with Briscoe. Oh, just worked away by Hinkley as Briscoe couldn't quite get the ball, but here come Hinkley again. And here's Roberts with space on the right-hand side. Hutchcox has gone with him, and it's an attempted shot with the right foot of Roberts, but it's just gone straight out for a goal kick. Low, not a lot of power, not a lot of direction either. As we are set to go into half-time with the score at 1-1. Any second now the referee will be blowing his whistle. As David Allen prepares to take the goal kick. And the referee has the whistle in his hand. O'Grady picks up the ball in the centre. Played forward towards Brown. Doesn't quite reach him, and the clearance from Tomlinson deflected out off Brown, so it will be a Hinkley throw-in as the clock ticks towards the 45th minute at Sphinx Drive. And the throw-in is well cut out by a United man, Hutchcox. Hinkley had the ball back in the centre, lofted ball, and it's offside against Sean Williams. He was in a fantastic position. We've only moved him and Allen to beat in front of goal, but the linesman on the far side has called for an offside decision against Sean Williams, the number 7, who started this game on the right wing, but has moved over to the left, swapping positions with Javier Roberts. As Allen prepares to take the goal kick, the whistle is in the hand of the referee, and Allen slips as he takes the goal kick. Still no half-time whistle yet from the referee, as Hinkley could have another chance here. And it's a long-range volley from Seal, and I mean very long-range, halfway into the attacking half, and it was well caught by David Allen. Not the worst of efforts, but you wouldn't usually expect a score from there. As Cox wins the ball back in the centre for United. O'Grady wasn't expecting Tomlinson there. And the ball is put forward for Seal, and he couldn't reach it in time. Allen controls the ball and throws it out to Moodim. Brilliant game of football here at Sphinx Drive as United look for one more opportunity, and they're not going to get one. And the half-time whistle has been blown at Sphinx Drive. The score in Midland League Division 1 is Coventry United 1, AFC Hinkley 1. Hinkley took the lead through Ryan Seal, a one-on-one effort against replacement goalkeeper David Allen. Just calmly placed in at the goalkeeper's left-hand side. Hinkley had a goal disallowed through Sam Agar. A header from a corner went into the net, but unfortunately Hinkley was disallowed for a push on a United defender. United took full advantage with Callum Burgess scoring a goal on his birthday to equalise for United, just dinking it over the goalkeeper Tom Cross after a corner. And well, that's about us done for the first half here on Hillz FM Matchday. We're going to be taking a short break now to switch over to the replacement laptop battery. So please do join us in around 5 minutes' time as we get the second half underway at Sphinx Drive. Half-time score in Midland League Division 1 at Sphinx Drive is Coventry United 1, AFC Hinkley 1.